It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. She off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don't come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo, yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you louder, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh, yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don't come, oh yo. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀.
Good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you from wherever you are joining me from. This is Maiyegun live, and you are all welcome again.
Facebook, YouTube, Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one.
You know what to do. Share the broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Maiyegun is live. And then share the broadcast.
Oh, Bashe, Adi Maiyegun Mawi, Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Oh, si tún ṣeré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Maiyegun diary politico. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Godfatherism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun diary, Maiyegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
Nice one.
Maiyegun ti dé.
Share the broadcast.
Ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
YouTube.
What did you tell me?
Where's the primary?
I just explained that to you now.
You're confirming to us that he didn't go to a primary school. Is that what you're saying?
He did not reveal it. But I'm just telling you that he did not reveal it. But I'm telling you that in those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. They reach and pass GC from home. Great men do.
Secondary school?
Great men. Yeah, the secondary school. That's GC now.
Yeah.
Yes, they pass it from home.
Okay. But they pass it from home?
Yes, okay. Great men do. Okay. And it's a part of it. It is fact, it is one of the virtues that you used to know great men. So that they read that they read from home. They read and dug in and bought the midnight oil from home.
Very Facebook. And yes, we like you. That is Ekeyamo. Anyway, good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you once again from wherever you're watching from. And this is Maiyegun Live. It's good to be back, even though I am just getting into it gradually. But I've missed on so much that I wanted to share with you. But I'm going to start with this latest for the Obi enthusiast in Nigeria who are somehow elated about what is happening in Kenya. So I want to share that with you. Then I am also going to go deeper into what they have in stock for you in your 2023 charade happenings. 1 + 1, 2, other stuff, making you, or putting you in a position, rather, in a sort of a mental position to be able to handle what they will be throwing your way. Some of them that will actually throw you off your feet, so to say, with the lies and propaganda, things that will make you question what you know, if you probably are not really in the know fully, so to say. However, something happened in Kenya, which is kind of similar to what is playing out in Nigeria, but it is also far, far different. But I'll start with the similarity. In Kenya is not different from Nigeria, okay? They also have, dynasties, the owners of Kenya. Like you have owners of Nigeria. There are families that you say, these are the owners of Nigeria, if you are from Nigeria. So in Kenya, it's the same, where there are those who have broken into that chain, or let me say, who have managed to secure a seat at the table of the power mongers in Kenya. There are those who came from the background that are not like the owners, so to say. So if you are mentioning the names like Obasanjo, or names like Babangida, Abacha, all those kind of families and all that, you will get to know how relative, So in Kenya, what they have are the names like Uhuru Kenyatta. Let me say the names like Kenyatta, Odinga. Now, just like in Nigeria, probably the first callers, right? Or let me say the first power, controllers, they kind of privatize them enough that generation after generation from the family and all of that are always going to be positioned to continue the generational pillage, that of a generational underdevelopment and corruption that will eventually hold the entire country down. So in Kenya, their first president, Kenyatta, is the father, or let me say was the father of this current one that is about to finish his own second term in Kenya. The other guy, Raila Odinga, his own father was the vice president to Uhuru's father, Kenyatta, when Kenya gained independence. And his own son, Raila, Ruto, on the other hand, is where I can't say it comes from the family of aristocrats. No, it didn't come. It is the type that will tell you, let's use MKO, Abiola of Nigeria. Abiola, when Abiola tell you his own story of how, from rag to riches. and then being friends with the power that be, or being part of the elite, or breaking the chain, and then, whatever, is a businessman like MKO Abiola, that Ruto. So he grew up on the farm, raising or breeding, sheep, cow, goats, and all that stuff, like a typical local man. But as it is, like MKO Abiola of Nigeria, he himself hit fortune by being friends with the owners of Kenya. But at some point, he decided to what? To upgrade. I can rule this place too. I mean, what else do I want? What is it that qualifies you to wine and dine with the powers that be? So I could probably be. So he broke in. And guess what? He is the current vice president of Kenya. To the president of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, the man that supervised the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. So something then happened. Power, it's called like something like a power rotation or power tussle, as expected. The vice president want to be president for 5 times or so now. That Raila Odinga, like Atiku in Nigeria, is been contesting and contesting. In fact, he contested twice with the current president as an opposition. So that then put the vice president not in their league. So surprisingly, the vice president, Ruto, who kind of played the politics of I was once poor like you. If I could become somebody, you could become something too. Something like an hope that we say, even if you are never put in the same pedestal like all the Bourgeoisies or all the dynasties, if I could become this big as Kenyans, right? You too could be. So that kind of message. So the power that be felt like Ruto was becoming over ambitious. Yeah, that kind of I have no shoes story, like Jonathan. But this time around, that Ruto, if I'm using Nigeria context, so it's like, Ruto is like Pastor Ruga, while Raila Odinga is like Atiku, because MKO Abiola never occupied any elective position. The only one he attempted was to be president of Nigeria, which never materialized. So that Ruto was told categorically by his own president, listen, you are just becoming overambitious, just forget it. In the whole scheme of things, right? It's never going to be you. In the same party. So the guy had to move. What did he do? Oh, hang on. I think I should consider Ruto. I wanted to say Ruto is like a Peter Obi, because that's exactly the comparison I want to actually play out here. And at the same time, maybe add salt to the injury of those who are already gaslighting them. I'll get to that part. But he is the current vice president, like number 2 man in Kenya. But he was told that he couldn't succeed his own president. So he had to leave the ruling party to go and join a relatively unknown, unpopular party. To make matter worse, Uhuru Kenyatta decided for the first time, to support his longtime rival, Raila Odinga. Now, Raila Odinga was projected to win. Now, this is what now happened. Like I told you, you remember I have no shoes. I didn't go to, I didn't go to the regular nice schools. I had no real food many times. I grew up poor. Look at me. If I could become something after hard work as a businessman, after hard work, look at me. I could. I mean, you could be something too. Somehow, that suit to the Kenya youth. This is not like all just Kenya voters, so young people. So then it became social media war. The battle is, is East Africa. So the battle is not so well pronounced on Nigeria social media. So many of you didn't know. They were also playing that card of tribe, the Kikuyu tribe, the biggest one, then the other tribes, like all those cards, they played everything. But the young people somehow got inspired. Just like they said, oh, this guy is good. Uhuru Kenyatta is like a spoiled child that knew that is an heir to a throne as big as Kenya. So whether he did good or not, there's always going to be the sort of security, a sort of an insurance that he's always going to enjoy because he came from them. So definitely the young people felt like, this guy, why don't you just leave their party? So it became social media war. Raila Odinga, an old man with his own team, with the backing of Uhuru Kenyatta, they went conventional. What's conventional? The usual way. We know the voters, they are not on social media, this or that. So they have conducted their election. It is still boiling, it's still boiling, but they have conducted their election right now. And guess what? The vice president that left his own ruling party, right, to challenge their own system is likely going to be their 5th president in Kenya today. And that is what will now take me to Nigeria. Because as we speak today, one of the things that the rulers of Nigeria feared most is the social media. When, put it this way, 10 years ago, the number of people who now get their own first-hand information about Nigeria compared to what you have or what you had 10 years ago and what you have now, then you will realize that there's been a massive increase in the seek for knowledge. Though propaganda still abound, but when you talk about more, the level of increased access or increased users of social media in Nigeria alone, the data says that 10 years ago, you had about 43 million Nigerians who usually, regularly use the social media on Twitter, Facebook, actively. Humans, not robots, not beauties, right? Then the current figure shows that now you have more than 153 million people from Nigeria. That's despite the poor internet connections and all that, and then the poor internet coverage in so many remote areas. Surprisingly, more people have now plugged in. In fact, the numbers of WhatsApp users, which many people don't consider as a social media platform, especially in Nigeria, or it's just a messaging platform, it's not social media. It is. Because any means of receiving messages electronically, apart from email, in this case, where you interact, instant messaging and all of that stuff, these are social media tools used in transmitting different messages. Please forward this to 10 people. Please forward this to 20 people. All those things, they are not here 10 years ago. Now, if there's anything feared most by the rulers of Nigeria, it is the access to that freedom. The freedom to be able to, differentiate between lies and truth. Be able to position yourself enough that you can never be manipulated again by the same liars that have been doing same to even people before you. So in Nigeria, social media helped in making so many people, like the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, the message spread like wildfire. people were able to, at a point, the searches, the social media, the search engine called Google recorded that the highest searched word in Nigeria in 2021, 2020, 2020, 2021, 2022 were the keywords like Biafra, Biafra war, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is Nnamdi Kanu, where is Biafra, Biafra history, things that got people curious because of the information they now have access to on social media. In fact, for social media, many people were told lies about the Biafra genocide. Social media made them realize the truth on I want to use a word. There's a particular word. Undoctored, in raw form, everything that happened, to the point that social media also helped other people in Nigeria to even dig further. How did Nigeria come to be? As in, who signed it? Who are those people who signed to bring all of us together this way? Social media widened the knowledge of many people. At the same time, it's also manipulated a lot of people too. But despite the fact that the rulers of Nigeria invested so much on social media propaganda to further keep their citizens mostly uninformed or misinformed, they still feel threatened because it was the same social media that young people in Nigeria have used to spread the truth against the lies that their politicians have told them for ages. In fact, young people in Nigeria became more angrier the more access they have to social media. Angrier. To the point that the older generation in Nigeria, they are now feeling bullied. They are feeling sort of, pressed because the young people have lost all respect for them. Why? Social media. You know why as well? Because it is a leveler. So this social media became so powerful, that even though the government of Nigeria spent so much time to gag their media from reporting things happening in Nigeria to those who are living in Nigeria, they blank them out intentionally. Omo, let me tell you something though. You can see people who are talking about Nigeria more, that majority of them are not in Nigeria. You know why? It's because your government have done so well for decades to manage your access to information. It's always been like that. From our childhood, they have doctored everything they were teaching us. Okay? Everything. So every education they gave to us was to condition us into one way of thinking, into a certain way of thinking, certain ways of doing things, just same way they want you to do them. So if you go out of your way or out of that way, then you'll be treated as a rebel. First, they will try to buy you over. If your eyes don't jar, they will try to buy you over. If they can't buy you over, then you become persona non grata. So social media, for those who have access to unlimited internet, which allow them to research. In fact, it allowed them to have access to information before you are able to even access them in Nigeria. So you know what then happened? It gets people so angry. People like myself, we are so angry that how could people be going through all of this and they cannot react? Why are people not reacting? How can't they just, that other stuff? It's because of the amount of information we have access to. It makes your blood boils. But the people who this is happening around them, they are as cold as dodo. Why? Because they don't have access to all this information. By the time the information is eventually streamed, across their timeline, the reaction to it is never going to be what you who have access to it hours immediately as they happen. So it became threats to the powers that be that if more people have access to this social media and we are unable to control it, we are unable to manipulate the information on it, we are doomed because they have seen it. Social media helped people to organize themselves in a small group, in a big group, large group, to the point that social media facilitated the End SARS movement that shook Nigeria to our foundation. I'm talking about the same social media that coordinated the biggest, the largest, the most threatening gathering of young people across Nigeria when they decided to take their rulers to cleaners. It shook them. They were speaking grammar. They were begging you, begging here and there. Why? Where did you get all that from? The fact that a large number of people dedicated their time, right, to show you how much they have destroyed Nigeria. Even though they want to make you blame yourself. You can't have a good job that is paying you well. They want you to blame yourself. You can't get a good education because you have no money. They want you to blame yourself. You can't, you can't get to live well or probably to be treated as a normal citizen in that same country of yours because, they want you to live like that. Social media will make you question those conditions. Today, young people in Nigeria are considered disrespectful. Why? Right before our eyes, the angry young people in Nigeria decided to put their weight behind Obi. Like I said, Obi is also a billionaire. You know that. He has everything he probably wanted in life. He is a former governor who has managed your billions and the lives of millions. Abi? He's also managed the lives of not so big people, corporations. Abi? He's a businessman, he's a billionaire, he's this and that. He could live his life, enjoy the social class, or let me say, not social class, the first class of being the elite in Nigeria, where he is not even going to be treated as an Igbo man. He's going to be respected. But the day he decided that he wants to be the president of Nigeria, the first thing they told him was to remind him of who he is, where he came from. We like you as a businessman where are we the owners of Nigeria, right? We can continue to take rent. But the day you choose to want to come here and be like us, we will remind you of who you are, which is what prompted initially the Biafrans want to leave, the profiling of the Igbos in Nigeria, the political limitation barrier and all that placed on everybody's path depends on where you come from. And to make it worse, which religion are you following or worshiping? That's how terrible it has become. So the young people told Obi, they said, you need to leave this PDP. We have been given the terrible poison or capsule or poison. The system has continued to give us two deadly poison, PDP, APC, as they will share it among themselves. Whichever of them you swallow, you are going to die. So the young people started calling on him that, we don't want to respect anybody now. We do. If you want Peter, if you want Atifku, if you want Tifnumbu to continue the status quo, you are a threat to our life. That changed everything. So they told them they had no structure. That's what they told them. Elections are not won on social media. There is no polling unit on social media. That was the genesis. Your Obi had no money. And to make it worse, they brag that we know they give shishi. I think that riled a lot of people up, because how could you say that? Election is very, very expensive. Everybody knows that. Okay? So if you want to do election, you must have a lot of money. So what do you mean by you don't give shishi? But what they have conditioned them to believe is that in Nigeria, which makes people like us never to be interested in it anyway, was that you must have a lot of it. It's stolen money, to be precise. Because you can't spend your own money, hard-earned money, even if you are a billionaire. Spend that by sharing money for people to vote you or make you their governor or make you whatever, because you want to come and serve them. Then you begin to share billions of naira. Billions here and there. Definitely you are not coming to serve them, are you? But it's also the time where a lot of people get a lot of money. In fact, it is the time, election, as they call it, their charade, your election in Nigeria, is actually the time, it's a season. There are so many people have positioned themselves. It's like a moment they have been waiting for. They call it gig. You know what is called gig? The gig is that me, Maiyegun, that you have known all this while, we don't even know what you want. Meanwhile, you know what I want. I'm not interested in your one Nigeria because I know it is not in anybody's best interest with your one Nigeria. You know what I want, but you know I've not gotten what I want because you all want your one Nigeria, so to say. Now, let's say you now know this Maiyegun, this one we know even, like this, like that one, that stuff. You know me, but make I can't surprise you that I was actually positioning myself so that when election comes like this, since I have gained followers, I have gained people who have been saying, Maiyegun, well done. Maiyegun, keep it up. You are doing a great job, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? So I didn't mean that in a bad way, because people said that to me a lot in London. And I actually appreciate them. And you're doing a great job. Well done, Maiyegun. Do all of that. But you will be surprised and sad if you find out that this Maiyegun was positioning himself, waiting for them to call him so that they can give him money and he can start telling you to go and vote. Go and vote for Obi. Go and vote for Atifku. Go and vote for Tifnumbo. Can't they give excuses? So that some of you who have been waiting, God knows how long you have been waiting. A lot of people have been waiting for me to change. Okay? Change from all of this. Okay? And start telling you that, you know what? We need... No. Come on. Rather, I will continue to be your teacher, telling you the consequences of your choices and continue to encourage many of you to choose the right path and stop wasting your precious lives, precious time, because we don't have much time to live on earth. The most you can live is going to be maybe 100 years, Abby. Now, the most active part of your life is going to be between the ages of maybe ages of 13 and maybe just maybe 60. Abby, if you have good health that long, 60. The rest, you just have to go and rest. You cannot say you are fighting to save Nigeria at the age of 60. If you have done well when you were 13, between 13, 14, between 20 and, So you won't waste your precious life. So you get to know that your choices have consequences, okay? Your choice is not my choice if you are for one Nigeria. But again, you must also know that those choices of yours, as deceitful, as hypocritical as they have been, yeah, they have consequences. They have consequences too. They do. So imagine when you now feel like, actually, this Maiyegun has been waiting for... No. You know I won't. You know that I will continue to be your teacher. But election is here. Majority of those who said they are human rights activists, Shebi, now on this platform, I told you that these guys are not activists. They are cash TVists. I remember telling you that a long time ago. But I've seen people use that phrase a lot of time. A lot of time now. People now call those, because normal, when election come, on social media that they told you there's no polling unit, all of you who will gather, watch video, share broadcast, share post, go there and comment. Somebody will say something. Atiku is going to be a great president. Then you see 1,000 people sharing it, commenting. Yeah? So it's an influencer. No, influencer here. They call them influencers. So their job is to influence what you are thinking for their paymasters. It's all about, first they will be criticizing government, So you'll be following them. I love this man. I like this man. You are doing a great job. We want people like you. Nalayo. That person no want better Nigeria. None of them is looking for any better Nigeria. Your politicians are not looking for better Nigeria. Their family members are not looking for better Nigeria. Their support, their vuvuzelas, they are not looking for better Nigeria. The influencers that are going to be writing beautiful, beautiful things about those criminal politicians, they are not looking for better Nigeria. These musicians that are going to sing the praises of all these politicians, they are not looking for better Nigeria. Everybody, they look for waiting, they go shop. Nigeria is a turn-by-turn investment. That is why it is called turn-by-turn Nigeria Limited. So on social media, they call them influencers. Many of our parents, there was no social media. Many of your parents, some of them are watching me right now. Many of their political ideologies, their one Nigerianness, do you know where it came from? It came from the influences of radio presenters, of columnists in newspapers, of TV presenters. Many of your parents, their political views, about Nigeria were influenced by these paid hacks. But it's just that on social media, you call them influencers. So Peter Obi just came and said, we know they give shishi. Now they mad. What do you mean? You go give something now? What do you mean you know they give shishi? We've done suffer 3 years. It is a pay time. All of you suddenly, you just destroy business here and there, left, right, and center. We know they give shishi. We don't, you're organizing political rally. I've been awareness. You are pulling out hundreds or thousands of people shouting Obi, 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 Terente, Obi. And you actually think the influencers who were once on your side, claiming to love Nigeria, Cash TVs and the rest of them, you really think this is not the time the hypocrisy will come out, or you are really surprised. But the funniest thing, or let me say the saddest thing, is that because everybody is just looking for what to eat, and around this time, the most popular on social media, offline, online, from record though, is Peter Obi, the man that came from a region that the owners of Nigeria, with their unwritten code, should never be made the president, or else Nigeria is going to break up. I told you, I said, everything these people will make you do, they are going to work out for the good, for somebody like myself and people who have the same thought like me. Because as it is now, the battle, as we have seen, is that the obedient, they have won the battle on social media. They have won the battle offline, to the point that they have now pushed the articulators and the batidiots. They have now pushed them into an uncomfortable position where they are now calling people they said had no real structure to win anything. Today, they are now calling them threats to Nigeria democracy. Why? They said because these people don't get any respect for anybody. Gaslighting, it is called. For those who probably don't know how gaslighting works, it is when a set of people decided to paint you with this brush of disdain, a brush of outcasts, and at the same time spend their energy to spread the fear that your emergence could breed if you are ever given a chance to lead anywhere. So gaslighting therefore means whether you are not even violent, they can gaslight you and present you as violent people, as intolerant people, as bullies, as a lot of things. And I have watched that already playing out in your 2023 charade. But with what happened in Kenya, that seemed to have added to the enthusiasm of the obedient or the obedient. If you want to get them angry, just say obedient. Just say when you say the bat idiots for the Lagos Abobakus, or articulators or articulated, morons, articulated looters, and on like that, if you want to get them angry. However, today, the camp that felt like they have Nigeria under wrap, the camp that collaborated all together to go after the indigenous people who have managed to stand up and speak up against the tyranny, as well as the state-sponsored profiling of the people in Nigeria. Those who have stood up and those who have managed to coordinate that endless or ceaseless attacks on them today, which made them felt like they have, that's it. Now them can't they cry now. I did something earlier. I was talking about the hypocrisy of the one Nigerianist. When you see the horrible things that they are saying to one another, to themselves, and then you ask, is this how much you hate yourselves? Is this how much you are embittered about yourselves? Is this how much you are willing to even kill yourselves just to show that you are either superior or all that stuff? And then you still want to keep that together. If you, as a young person, right, is living in the Nigeria of where this hate is now spreading like wildfire, I am reminding you, your parents, they witnessed the same. But like every time they are calling for election like this, it's always the time that it's always worse. You see what you are going into now? There are people that are going to begin to move because of election of one Nigeria. Abi, you will see people start moving back because they don't know what the election is going to be like. It's also happening in Kenya, by the way, where the people from one part of the country are moving back to their base because in the past, election violence, have killed many people who get trapped in the regions that are not their regions. So the same thing is cooking up right now. Okay? It's already cooking up. In Lagos State, they are insisting that they must not post any other poster, especially Obi's poster in Lagos. There must not be, if they catch you. So the obedience said they want to hold 1 million man march for Obi in Lagos on October, in October. And the Lagos Abobakus, they consider that as an insult on their own man, who is a Yoruba man from Yoruba, in Yoruba land. How dare you bring somebody to come and campaign? He wants to be president of Nigeria in Yoruba land when a Yoruba man is contesting. That's how bad it's going to be. Many of you are going to begin to move back to your different, your regions. They're going to get you to that point. So I was talking, I said, then what makes you want then? What makes you feel like that's actually like real to say one Nigeria? Hypocrisy, lie, that some of you are not comfortable to actually admit to, right? Take it in and swallow that truth. Let it sink in that if an opportunity presents itself for some of you, say, oh yeah, take this person, go and fire them. Some of you won't take them 2 feet away from where they gave you the gun and all that to do it. That's how much you despise yourself. And it's obvious, even in those who are ruling you, Nigeria. So why, if your parents went through that, I mean, why do you want, you are going through it as well. Would you want your children in 20 years time, in 30 years time, 40 years time, to be aiming to kill themselves to show that they are more Nigerian than the others, or some are like inferior Nigerians? This categorization, this ethnicization, and then all that stuff. That's how your system is structured. So people like us just felt like, no. So I've seen that hypocrisy a lot. What I've not seen is to see those who once felt like nothing they happen. Yorubas rose up and said, we need to defend ourselves. The first set of people that came for them, the first set of people that condemned the Yorubas were Yorubas. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, it is time to go for Biafra, all Biafrans, read your history. Read this and tell me that this is not going to touch the in a deeper nerve in you that will make you found the Biafra advocacy, worth it. He did. The first set of people that went against him were the Biafrans too. Yeah. Even to this day, those who have been hunting him, who have been looking for means to clip his wing and the rest of that, who have spent a lot, they have been the Biafrans themselves. Because like I told you, in Nigeria, as long as Nigeria exists, and people continue to put their hands in that cookie jar, whatever they can get out of it, trust me, whatever the system asks them to do, they will do it, just to keep them getting that soft life as much as possible. And then make sure, even if they have to sacrifice the comfort and the safety of their own people. So in Yoruba land, those who said Yoruba Nation, Yoruba Nation, they were Yorubas. But when you ask why, you will realize that it is because of their own political orientation, political conditioning, or should we say the social conditioning, that made them believe that even if they want to get Yoruba Nation, it should be after a Yoruba man is president of Nigeria. Like, we are ready to sacrifice our life, the life of our children, and then their future for the fact that we just want a Yoruba man to be this, because that is more important. Same thing. When you ask those who condemn the Biafrans, who condemn the IPOB, who go all out to gaslight them, who go all out to spy them and even kill them, who are Igbos themselves, you realize that it is because of what they are hoping to become from being part of Nigeria. Some of them believe that they have invested so much in Project Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu is going to scatter everything. So it's easier to say, oh, look at them. And when you talk about gaslighting, I was telling somebody, I said, you should ask the IPOB what it feels like to be gaslighted, to be called what you are not, to make all your explanation to go off their heads. Gaslighting, telling you are this when you are not. Ask the Biafrans, ask the IPOB. So if you see anything that the obedient are facing today, as much as it is just the reflection of your anger, frustration against the system, now you can tell that the system is also coming for you, because you are using one of them to take power from them. You want to use one of them to take power from them, telling them that you found one that is in a way relative to you. His idea, his ideal, his vision, is what he represents. Somehow, you can a little bit live with that. Therefore, through him, you can take on the system, because the system is the PDP, the APC, as you all know. Those are the ones with your structures and the rest of that. Anyway, just the same way we have them in the Yoruba land, like I told you, where those who have always been against the freedom of the indigenous people in every part of Nigeria, they have always been the indigenous people themselves, especially those who are stakeholders in this project Nigeria. So when you now see the establishment ganged up and they decided to call you, whether you are a Yoruba man, a Yoruba woman, an Hausa or a Fulani man or woman, and you call yourself obedient, and people are saying that you are IPOB, you are dangerous, you are a bully, social bullying, you don't have respect, you just abuse everybody, you don't have this and that. That's what they call gaslighting. You know, something like they'll say, hello, sir. Hello, sir. I mean, hello, how are you? How are you? Yeah, I'm fine, sir. I'm fine, sir. Yeah. Then after a few minutes, like, man, you see this Nigeria election, all these things, I've been thinking about it. And then you suddenly said, sir, I'm obedient to, I'm obedient to. Automatically, if the person you are saying you're obedient to is not, they automatically feel threatened. Do you know that? Automatically. Because to them, there are so much effort being put in place to gaslight you when you declare yourself as obedient. They will call you criminal, they will call you abusive, they will call you bully, they will call you liar, they will call you things. That's called gaslighting. Do you get that now? If you say something, if you are supposed to say 5 sheep and you say about 7 sheep, they will gaslight you and say, you see, he's a liar or he's lying. Look at him. You see, we told you he's a liar. This thing is 5. It's not 7. Let's pay attention to all these things. Oh, pay attention. Oh, they are all lying. Look at them. Even though that same lies and lying that they represent as a system, the establishment, that brought about this failure, division, bad blood, corruption, terrorism. They are lies, lies, and lies, and lies. They believe that they own monopoly to it. So they can, all they have to do is what? Gaslight you and say, Shebi, you said that thing happened 4 days ago. Well, I mean, it's not 4 days ago. Let us also, we need to be very factual when we are trying to do good. Oh. This thing happened just 3 days ago. So it is called gaslighting. They did the same thing to the IPOB. They did the same thing to Sunday Igboho. They did the same thing to the Yorubas that they have been hunting down too. Gaslighting. If nothing is done about this Sunday Igboho, this one that is putting Ogun on, is wearing jazz. What is all this nonsense now? This is not right. We can't let anybody just come and believe that they can just do anything. It's called gaslighting. So you'll be like, I mean, if they can just make sure that he's not wearing those things, so that people will not feel like it's called gaslighting. What you are doing, the legitimate thing you are doing, your good intention for the common good, once they gaslight you, everything else doesn't matter. Anything else doesn't matter. They did the same thing to IPOB for 7 years. They're still doing it. They said Nnamdi Kanu brought radio equipment, which is camera phone, laptop, internet Wi-Fi. Are you with me? Facebook page linked to Biafra radio. They said they were weapons to overtake Nigeria. And suddenly, radio became a weapon that is more dangerous than the Boko Haram that are moving weapons that could shoot down fighter jets. That is what you call gaslighting. So the narrative, all they have to do is just use the propaganda to plant all these ideas in you by letting you know that that microphone, that camera phone is a dangerous thing. It's more dangerous than AK-47. This is what caused the war in Liberia. This is the same thing that caused war in Rwanda. Once they begin to plant them in your heart, the purpose of the whole thing that they are trying to destroy will be defeated. But, Baba, for 7 years, IPOB fought them. Propaganda for propaganda. To the point that IPOB frustrated Nigeria president to lock his comment section on social media so that the people can't access and comment anymore. You know what I mean? Buhari's ministers, they lock comment section when young people show up. Propaganda for propaganda. True to over, you know all those things. They were spending billions and billions to plant all those things in your mind. IP unknown gunmen from nowhere. They also, so when they had all of that, they decided to what? They kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu. He wants to break Nigeria with a radio station. Very, very dangerous weapons that we found on him. How they are moving weapons. Where are the weapons? Camera phone. Canon camera, digital camera, laptop, and MTN SIM card. The most dangerous weapons to overthrow Buhari. But you know, like I told you, they control the information people have access to in Nigeria. So they were able to easily convince and misled a lot of Nigerians in that regard. So they created unknown gunmen. So they were gaslighting IPOB, linking them to it, even though there is no single evidence of it. Today, to this day, they have kidnapped thousands of Biafrans in the name of IPOB. They locked them up in different prisons all over the place without trial. They couldn't take them to any court. They went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, brought him to Nigeria in a private jet, drugged him, and then tortured him. But when it's time for them to bring him to court, because they have nothing. So when they finished with the IPOB, that was when they didn't finish with the IPOB, that was when the young people who staged the NSAS protest, staged the protest. Right before our eyes, so we were watching protests, everybody together, to the point that the protests began to be interesting, attractive to so many people, that they would just say, oh, I need to close early, I'm going to Ojota. Oh, I need to close, I'm going to Alausa. I need to close early, I'm going to Lekki, where they are going to see others demanding that the rotten system should fix the police brutality and corruption. Right before our eyes, they started the gaslighting. These people are saying they want to overthrow Buhari. These people are saying that Buhari must this and that. These people are saying that they are going to go take over Aso Rock. They are like the IPOB. Bam! They brought in soldiers. The rest, they say, is a sad history that will never go away. They killed and killed and killed, then denying them in death, and then they criminalized them by hunting them down for what they did by making the power that be in Nigeria so uncomfortable. So all of this happened. Gaslighting. This one are gaslighting Pro Max, because PDP, influencers, APC, influencers, who told you that your anger, your frustration is not enough to fix Nigeria? We all need to talk with common sense, but nobody won't give them money. So the only people who are available to give them money are who? APC, PDP. Who are they going to target? Surprisingly, Atiku and Tifnubu know they attack themselves. No. Tifnubu will say, Peter Obi, control your followers, they are abusing me. Atiku will say, Peter Obi, control your followers, they are bullying me. No joke on social media right now. You can only win on social media. But this social media, it can't be like, say, Baba, the coalition of PDP, APC, and the rest of them is the best thing that ever happened to them in any recent time, because I've never seen anything like that. So if there's anything Peter Obi and his movement they have done today, is that they have managed to unite APC, PDP, and everything around them together to come after you. So, talking about gaslighting, now they are now dragging IPOB again, for God's sake, dragging them again into your charade, even when every one of them have maintained the graveyard silence when the IPOB members are being killed. Innocent people are being slaughtered in Nigeria, and they are getting away with that. But when it is convenient, PDP, APC have now come together to say, Peter Obi people are this or that. It's so fun to see. For me, Ajo, I am just here to encourage you, the obedient, okay? Make una no slow down. Press their neck. Continue. So I want to see something. I want to see if their coalition will eventually push all of you to realize that, hey, PVC, no be waiting go save you now. But it could be the starter, especially now that many of you are more determined like never. Or let me see, you are more determined than ever right now. But me, I love that. I want to see something. Press their neck. I can't believe it. They are Tifku, Tifnumbu, and all of their sellers with all the influence that they claim to have every day. Peter Obi this, obedient that. They are trying to gaslight you to stop. And I don't think you should. You shouldn't. I know it's going to be dirty. I know una go after go and una go enter yourself. But you see the fact that you have now controlled the social media. And every day what I read from the powerful influencers, as you call them, is that if you want to see them with any engagement anywhere, it is when they are complaining, lamenting about you. So if you can maintain it to that, the time they said they want to do the election, I mean, if you say it don't break that, it's bringing that prophecy to life or to reality. The closer you are to that, it's like a day of reckoning. The closer you are to it, is the closer you are to that day of reckoning, where the truth about what Nigeria represents, which is going to defeat all your purposes, where it's going to hit you, and it's going to hit you differently. I can see the energy. I can see all the tempo. I know they take prisoner. I like it. Don't slow down. What they will do is they can no longer bully you. Okay? If you are following the obedient and the rest of them on social media right now, they can no longer be bullied. They are the ones that are now being accused of bullying other. Propaganda. They can no longer use propaganda to sway many of you anymore. Propaganda can't work on you. You are actually the one that are now being accused of using propaganda to defeat them. So, it's good to be alive. If you live long enough, you go see things that you never believe will ever happen. Like what we have right now. Everything don't propagate. Everything don't scatter. So they don't control the whole thing anymore. It is that bad for the Atifkus and the rest of them as we speak. So what can they do? You just talk, you abuse everybody. Baba, make I tell you something, okay? If you are supporting Kolu, right? Let me tell you something. You have to get used to it. Small picking, children, as you will call them. All these small picking, they don't get any respect for elders. What is wrong with all of you? Oh, yeah, go and use all this your noise now to go and make your Peter Obi president. It no matter. You are dealing with the failed, the generation that, those of you who are older, that you have failed. You have failed them. You can't demand respect from them. You need to respect elder. In Yoruba, we respect our leaders. Egbon, on my size, they will size you. These ones now, you are dealing with angry young people. You better just maintain your peace if you don't want them to drag you like Tiger Generator. Tiger Generator. These ones that if you are looking for respect, let's say you are supporting Kolu or you are supporting Atifku, look everywhere, smell everywhere. Respect is the last thing you should bring to the table. If you think you can see, this is not a generation where you'll be walking about and say, what is wrong with you? Why don't you have any respect, Baba? The respect starts from you. And that starts from you being what? If you don't get anything to say, just keep it to yourself. If you want to disgrace your family, if you want them to size your family, tell you how old you are, disgrace you, cha. Go out there, come they look for people where you want preach to, where you want advice, and the rest of that. But if you are thinking smart enough, the people who contributed to this frustration, the rogues who contributed to this terrorism and all this backwardness, this hate and division, yeah, they are the ones you found in that APC, PDP. They are there, domiciled there. Everything about them still what? Represent that. And the young people know. That's where I'm going. Remember I told you something about social media. Social media connects people to the right information when they want them. And if you have information, as they say, information is power. Baba, information can turn you to a billionaire if you have the right information. Trading information can make you a rich man, a very, very rich and powerful person. Information. So Nigerian system hold back lot of the access to the right information. So they now dish out diluted lies laced with tribal, bigotry and the rest, religious, fanaticism. Because those are the only way they can manage a sizable number of the population and continue to direct them. But every day, more and more people are yearning for more information that are liberating them in their reaction. Anger. Very angry. Did they do? We don't even get electricity. Why do we not have this? Why do we not have that? I mean, why, young people, the people who failed them, are many of you in your 60s, in your 70s. You failed us. But you are not responsible. It is because of your irresponsibility. Many of you. That is why we, the young people today, are now standing up for different things that we believe in. That is so contrary to what many of you older generation of one Nigerianists probably just doze on. Do you understand? We now have access to more information, and we realize that seriously, many of you just get age for head. You no get sense. Like calendar, na number you get for head. You no get brain. So, and young people are now feeling insulted that they listen to many of you older people who have only done one thing to help, like they conditioned you. You helped them to condition us so that we can be like you, as useless as possible, follow as possible. And the only thing you use most is that they even get respect. So these young people don't have any respect for people who have no respect for them. You didn't respect us in the first place. Or you never thought that we will also one day have to grow old too. Yeah? And we have to live in the world that you build. But you didn't build anything, did you? No, you didn't. If you did, the hunger in the land will not be this massive. Trust me, it won't. The older generation destroyed a lot of things. They played the tribal division, they played the religious, gaslight, and the rest of all those things. Just to maintain the life that was convenient for you, but that life is gone. And the rest of us that you brought into this world, into that life, here we are, struggling to survive, struggling to keep our heads above water. And you who destroyed everything, destroyed that future. You are demanding respect. Respect for who? So this generation won't. And the reason is not because they lack home training. No. All of us get home training to some extent. And it's out of that home training that we feel insulted that those who claim to care never really cared. They were just feeding fat and looting what should be our future, only to turn around to start asking for respect. You need to respect your elders. Oh, respect kill you, dear. May respect kill you, Danu. Now you are saying it. The world you built is the one we are now living. Some of these young people, they want to build the future that they will feature in their own way. And if they have to insult your miserable old age to achieve it, even if they have to fail, I mean, there's nothing wrong in trying, challenging the status quo, press their neck, push them very well, let them scream and bleed, let them even do this, because it has gotten to a stage whereby they just have to resort to cultists, people who are ready to collect shishi. A lot of you are not collecting money because nobody is going to give you any money. So fine. We know they give shishi. Or more, the latest right now is that if you should go and say vote wisely, say vote wisely na insult now. Do you know? Okay, maybe you don't. If you go to anywhere in Nigeria, social media or on the street and you say, my brother, vote wisely, if he attack you. Now you go come there and say, why are you slapping me now? I said vote wisely. They say you are insulting Tinubu. You are telling people not to vote for Tinubu. That's when you say vote wisely. You are telling them not to vote for Atiku. Even though you are not telling them to vote for Obi. Just tell people and say, let everybody shall vote wisely, sha. You go just see people there. Where's your father? Show us your father. You this useless people. Oh, you this IPOB. Why don't you go to your country? Why don't you go and get your Biafra? Yeah, you are just coming here to come and lead Nigeria. Say, about which level now? Why are you the para? Why are you the angry? Why are you mad? I only said vote wisely. I didn't say anything. May Nigeria just vote wisely. Now attack. I'm just saying it to you in case if you don't know. You go somewhere and you say vote wisely. They will attack you because now attack. You are telling people to, because if you tell people to vote wisely, you are telling them not to vote at Tifku or Tifnumbu. Watch your mouth. As we speak. The song where would they manage? Where everybody they manage. Where's that song again? Make I go look for her. Song where all of us they manage. A rich Kabaka time. Go remix some. All to make sure say if people know they collect shishi, we they collect cultists, liars, killers, murderers, extortionists are the people that they are now recruiting to help them come for you and your obedience. Message. With the singer song, Jeje, make a look for them before I even show you. Because if you hear it now, many of you probably will forget. What the original sounds like. So this is the original. One sec. You remember it? Do you remember it now? You reach Kabaka turn. Go remix some. Bad man. Baba we do it, make a journey local. Make us today, not more to buy. Because of that one, I make a journey local. Every local. Baba we do it, I make a journey local. You walk with man, Igbo man. You walk with man, Yoruba man. Because of that one, I make a journey local.
èmi ló kàn. Bàbá wé tu ẹ̀ àbíkọjá èmi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Bàbá wé tu ẹ̀ àbíkọjá èmi ló kàn. Àbíkọjá èmi ló kàn. Èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn, èmi ló kàn. Bàbá wé tu ẹ̀ àbíkọjá èmi ló kàn. APC!
Before the remix, so Kabaka, God could forgive you. Song where we say we don't see the proper remix, came with a beat, nice beat and all of that. You can't reach your tone, you can't change them to Emi Lokan, Baba we do well. They shout Emi Lokan, oh Baba we do well, make us join Emi Lokan. We can listen to it again because being fair, we need to learn that remix too. Kabaka. Wait. No be the bishop woman be that. You remember that APC bishop woman? Or maybe she's not on duty, on bishop duty yesterday. Just had to quickly do the other. She's the one doing like that, Sabi. That bishop woman. I'm going to go look for a photo. That bishop.
Because of that one, I make a journey local. Baba will do well, I make a journey local. He walk with man, Igbo man, he walk with man, Yoruba man, he walk with man, Hausa man. Because of that one, I make a journey local. Every local, Baba will do well, I make a journey local. Every local, Baba will do well, I make a journey local. Every local, Baba will do well, I make a journey local.
I think she's the one. I've been looking for that picture, but I couldn't find it. She's the APC bishop that time. See her dancing there. Papa do Nigeria craze. But for the sake of my if you are first-time viewers, right? Let me give you an idea what Nigeria really is, okay? You will think, well, the Constitution of Nigeria should explain who is Nigerian and who is not, right? But that's not the case, okay? 10 things you should remember about the fraudulent 1999 Constitution. One of the reasons why it's easier for people to be blackmailing you or try to gaslight you into what you are witnessing today because of your charade and all of that, right? This is what actually contributed to that. Because you watching me right now, like me, showing up as Nigerian, you probably don't know that you are not with any citizenship right that says you are a Nigerian. Do you know that? Right. For those of us who have said that until something is done about this, elections, so president, or this or that, so they are just a way. I mean, they are just ways to buy more time and get more people killed before you finally do the right thing. 1999 Constitution by Ninas. Something to educate yourself, your mind, for a few minutes.
Ten things you never knew about the 1999 Constitution. Did you know that the 1999 Constitution was promulgated by the Military Decree 24 of 1999? And to think of it, this 1999 Constitution was never subjected to a referendum.
Did you also know that this 1999 Constitution was written by a selected few that never got the consent of the indigenous nationalities or its representation?
Did you know that after writing the 1999 Constitution, it was hidden from the public until after the inauguration of President Obasanjo in 1999?
Funny enough, this 1999 Constitution was not printed by the government press or any known printers in 1999.
Did you know that the 1999 Constitution created a unitary government as against the projected federal government, and this forged an inefficient over-centralized government, as well as creating a centralized judiciary whom has never been autonomous?
In all this, did you know that this 1999 Constitution falsely and maliciously claims that the indigenous nationalities willingly handed over their lands and resources to the federal government?
And interestingly, did you know that the 1999 Constitution calls state governors chief security officers, but at the same time centralized all the security agencies and denies these state governors control over any of the security
And
agencies?
finally, do you know that the illegitimate 1999 Constitution in Section 6, subsection 6C, absolves the government from liabilities regarding rights of the citizens as provided in Chapter 2, making this right not justifiable?
This and many more are the reasons why corruption, unaccountability, incompetence, and insecurity are institutionalized in Nigeria.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 70 years old man. Oh. Now you mumu na too much. You be mumu. You think say they wise?
Well, I wish you all the best in all your endeavors. Just always have it at the back of your mind. For every action of yours, there's always a consequence, if not consequences. And you can save ourselves a lot of heartbreak, bloodshed, and the rest if we all agree that we can all go our separate ways, respectfully and peacefully. Some said, Maiyegun, dream on. It's not going to happen that way. It's never going to go down easy. I said, well, that's my wish. But when people want what they want, they will do anything to get that. I'm talking about people, you and me. Once we have that common ground, and it's only Nigeria that will push us there. So all of you now, obedient, keep it up, keep pressing their neck, keep going. If you can push that till December, I want to see something. As it is right now, Ruto has put it off in Kenya. And Kenya is as divided as Nigeria. Okay? But some of you are not following them too. It was really, really a bitter one. And I don't even know how they're going to come out of it as well after the whole thing. But they'll probably figure it out. Yeah? Because they are not thinking of breaking up like they have broken up entire Nigeria. So keep it up. Press their neck. Make them make mistakes, as they say. When we're playing football, then they will say, make them make mistakes. Because from their mistakes lies your liberty, your freedom. No matter or however it comes, don't give it up. I want to take calls tonight. I need to to get some tea. So to every one of us on the yorubaunion.org, those of us who have signed up, the good news is that now you can see others, okay? The first set of, they said the first 1,800 or thereabout of us who signed up the first 24 hours when this whole thing was put up, then that was about a week or so ago, you probably would have to re-sign up. All you have to do is this. we will be sending you a link. Okay, that link is going to allow you to resign up. Now, if you resign up and then I got approved, you will be able to also send requests, friend requests, and all of that. You can even message others too. I wish I could describe that. Let me see if I can show you that briefly before I take off. So that's where we are working on. I've been so busy with what I went to do in London, and I'm done with that now. This is me back on the whole beat, as they say, back on the beat. So on the beat means that if you have signed up before, go on to Yoruba Union now, okay? If you go on to yorubaunion.org, right, and you put up your name, you will be able to accept, see, our friend request. Let me show you. I'll show you now. Just quickly, okay? Go on to yorubaunion.org. Sign up with the little information we're asking for. We're not asking for too much details for now because of a data security. So this one are just briefs, okay, which are your name, your ID, your username, you create one, your email address, just to get correspondence from us signing up, okay? So once you are done with that, your name, your first name and your last name. Once you are done with that, then you can go on and put on your profile. Now, this is what your profile will look like. I haven't, good enough, I can do with you now. So this is what my profile looks like. No activity, I've not done anything on there, okay? But I have a friend request. See, these are requests from my fellow Yoruba brothers and sisters who have joined. This one is Oluwabi shooting. I don't know what's that. So let me say, I want to accept these two people. Just a moment, too. So let's say So let's say I want to accept them. This is where I'm going to go, right? You can accept them being my friend. That's us connecting. Remember, the intention is to make sure that all Yorubas who are interested in contributing and making an impact on everything that we have complained about going on back home in Nigeria, you can't do anything if you don't have the resources to. You can't help if you don't have the resources to. And the resources coming from the people who come together in unison, right, to do something is quite great. We've done it many times on Maiyegun General Political, and we have succeeded. So now you can search for me, okay? So if you have signed up before, like I said, please, you will need to go back. It's either you delete the account or you go back and you can re-sign up or wait for us to send you a request. So I've got somebody, I've got two people or maybe three, right? Adia, Dams, myself, and then others, right? So just look for whoever you want to look for and send them their own request. And, that's how it is. We're going to build a community whereby we can exchange information about activities, events organized by us all over the world. We can mobilize ourselves, and this can be called our own platform where we are going to do great things, big and great things, impactful things as they march our people into 2023. So all this, hang on. I'm going to see, somebody just sent me a friend request. If you are watching me live, this is Owoyele Oluwa Shegun, so I'm going to accept. Now, me and Oluwa Shegun can talk if I want to message him. So let's see. So if I want to message him, I go to message, right? And the message is here showing up. I can just say, hi. Hi. Hey, Omo Yami. Ilombo. When I'm done, I send a message to Shegun, and I'm back to my own profile. Do you get that now? So from this time, we'll be able to know where do we have ourselves, the Yorubas. So once this whole thing is figured and sorted, the security and others sorted, you are going to add more information about yourselves, about ourselves. We're going to add more. So, and data security in Europe or all over the world right now, they are serious thing. And I don't want Sussex to violate any kind of a privacy law, including things we are doing with sincerity and open mind, okay? So we are going to continue to do it step by step. And then, yeah, we're going to get there. We're going to do it greatly. So thank you very much. Don't let anybody hack your account, okay? So if you sign up, you may not be able to log in right away, all right? So all you have to know is this, right? All you have to do is, hang on. Now, I think I can send invitation. I can open group. For now, I can say, I can open a group, you know, Egbe, Omo, Yoruba, Ijebu, Omo, you know, that stuff. I can set that up. And you can come there and be part of it. And also, let me see if I can put up... I want to try and see if I can put up... Sorry, I'm doing this with you just like I've just been messaged that I could go on and then work on it. So I think it's going to be settings and profile settings. No, that's not the one. Let's go back. Anyway, you can play around with that. I'm going to come back and then, take a few calls as we speak, okay? And then we'll take it on from there. So call it a break. And when I get back, we'll take it on from here, okay? Don't go anywhere, at least. I'll be back. Meanwhile, you can still like and share the broadcast if you haven't. I actually have a caller on the line, and I hope they are still there. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Good. I'm fine. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. All of us can hear you now. Everybody.
Okay. So my name is Oscar Okechukwu.
Okechukwu Oscar. I'll stick with Okechukwu. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller. I'm a first-time caller.
Brilliant.
I've been trying to call most time, but it's like the line is always busy.
Let me welcome you. Let me welcome the first caller tonight.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm very good.
Class.
So, when I'm glad to showing, I'm glad to go all time.
Thank you.
So,
okay.
Even when I'm calling from Dubai.
Right.
I'm calling from Dubai. But you see the problem of Nigeria, all the people, all the obedient family, can I say their lack of vision? Maybe I should say that.
Why? Tell us, because
of
they
course.
would like you to tell them why they lack the vision.
And I know that most of them are well civilized.
Yes.
You understand me? They are well civilized. And if Peter Obi was sometime in PDP and he contested as a vice with Article in 2019, and today he's contesting in Labour Party, and all of them jumped together with him, believing that Peter Obi gonna solve the problem. They don't even see the game. They don't even see the game that the PDP is playing. It's a game. The game the Labour Party and PDP are playing is the only means they can only took away power from Labour Party, took away power from APC. If Peter Obi remain in PDP, they can't even take over the power from APC. Impossible. Right. So the game they are doing, the right game they are playing now is to divert the attention of every Nigeria from AAC. That's the game they play. By doing that, they have to take away Peter Obi to go and join Labour Party.
Yeah, but that practically, right? That practically won't make much sense if they did that, yeah, because that's them dividing them. So they are voting to two instead of it being one against a rigging machine like that of APC. In my own opinion, like that is unsmart, unwise, or it is not impossible. So I'm with you.
Okay. So, because for me now, if possible, Peter Obi remain in PDP and maybe he contested in PDP.
Sure, 100%.
I won't. Yeah, he may not be, of course. And even though if it's to be their candidate, right, Nigeria may not move with them.
With PDP,
because they have rigged the system. They notice that the people's vision, the people's intention now is to. People have moved beyond. They are moving away from PDP. They are moving away from APC. So it means that it is any new party, any visionary party, maybe AAC like now. So right now, this is the party that most people like to join.
So turn to.
And they don't want someone like Sowore to take over the system.
I mean, they spent a lot. They spent a lot to tame Sowore. They spent a lot to tame Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they continue to spend a lot to keep them, at least in every way they can, not to get much influence in what will happen. Mm-hmm.
That is what Nigeria is made of. Of course, Nigeria don't even want anybody who they talk truth at all. If you are to stand with truth in Nigeria, I don't think the person will survive at all. So even Sowore self is rugged. I won't lie to you.
I mean,
Sowore get mad. So he get mad. So for them, because if possible, Peter Obi is in PDP now. I won't lie to you. Everybody would like to move with Sowore.
Yeah, Sowore would have been the option.
Every Nigeria will, because this is the game. This is the game the PDP played.
A smart one, yeah.
Peter Obi can never be in PDP. Peter can never be in PDP, and people follow him like this. I won't lie to you. They will divide them. They will totally divide it.
I will, because I remember they said, well, maybe other way, because I remember when they said all they wanted is for PDP to give Peter Obi ticket, they will do the rest of the job. These young people, you get that now, this answer.
It's a lie.
Said, give him, we'll do the rest. But they called their bluff. In fact, it was like official statement that nobody should bully the party to give anybody any ticket. Rather, the one that has money, they played him out. Wiki. You know what I mean? And all those things that happened. So it was like people just moved away.
Maiyegun game la hope enter game no enter say. Sherry area won to PDP game to enter game okoro no contact APC ni. Baba Tunu gomo. Baba Tunu gomo game to go enter because Atiku and Obi they can't be in PDP together. It will be a little bit difficult. fún láti gba lọ́wọ́ APC.
Display APC, right?
So may we just forget say the Peter Obi just leave the party just like that after he don't buy form. But for my own view, I know saying again the play. For here, and if I talk anything about Obi, then they fight me straight. I won't lie to you.
No, it's
so,
because they talk. You tell them say Obi cannot win. So they go ask you say who go win. So who do you tell them can win?
No. Even though Obi win, he's doing nothing. He won't offer anything.
Of course.
The problem has already been there. So, but if I came here and if I'm here to tell them to even educate them or tell them some things, how the system is being structured over everybody, they wouldn't even know. Even people who I even meet in this country, if I was telling them how these people are in their own country, so why can't Nigerian system be in order? Why can't every department? We don't even have a department. I came here in 2019. Maiyegun, something that I don't even have experience in Nigeria, that I don't even believe that it's possible. I won't lie to you. I see it here. I was like, man, my knowledge open more.
Thank you.
I won't lie to you.
Thank you so much,
sir. Okay.
Yeah, right, I mean, I want to take another call too because of our time as well. So it's really, really lovely speaking to you today. Thank you.
All right.
You have a good one, Baba. Nice one, eh? So here, I just lost another one. Sorry. I'm keeping the line open. So in one of these many unsellable things that are now pervading your screens is the one, protruding nonsense coming from the mouth of Keyamo, a senior advocate of nonsense, a supposed lawyer. Some people are now saying that he's probably not a lawyer, hustler, so to say, like the Ruto in Kenya. They call themselves hustlers. You call yourselves obedient in Nigeria. Or hustlers in Nigeria is a different thing. Politicians, when they begin to hustle, they say nonsense. First, they told us that Tifnubu went to what's that place? Something primary school, Aro lawyer I don't know. Or secondary school, Aro lawyer. Whatever. They said, Tifnubu, come and show us your certificate and the rest of that. Which is, something that is so easy to do, but there's been so much controversies around that. One of the reasons why people have been saying that we are not going to have to deal with another paper, NEPA bill press idiot. I saw this paid act. A lawyer, a minister in Nigeria right now was explaining why Tifnubu had no certificate. Because according to him, in the olden days.
Where's the primary?
I just explained that to you now.
You're complaining to us that he didn't go to a primary school. Is that what you're saying?
He did not reveal it. I'm just telling you that he did not reveal it. But I'm telling you that in those days, you don't have to go. You don't have to. They reach and pass DC from home. Great men do.
Secondary school?
Great men. Yeah, that's secondary school. That's DC now.
Yeah.
Yes, they pass it from home.
Okay. But they pass it from home?
Yes, great men do. Okay. And they say part of it is in fact, it is one of the virtues that you use to know great men. So that they read from home. They read and dug in and bought the midnight oil from home.
The midnight oil for me. When Keyamo said the reason why Tifnubu gets certificate because he was reading from home. She reading from home, no be exam he did. Didn't they? Okay then. Hello there. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, Hey, Baba. How are you?
Hello. Adúpẹ́. Mo ti ń pè yín láti jọ ipò wọlé ni.
So adúpẹ́ lé ní ipò wọlé. Báwo ni? Oh, Nigeria network. Okay, sorry about that. Now I would continue to take it if you should get back. Okay, really, really sorry. Today that you got in, to wọlé báyìí, ni ò wọlé kan lẹ́yìn o. Hello there.
Mr. Maiyegun, welcome back, Yari. We've missed you.
JJ, how are you?
I'm good, we've missed you.
I miss you too.
I was so busy. I was so busy. I would have come and corner you somewhere in London. Because most of your friends are supposed to be, but you know,
I'm glad you didn't. It would have made it even worse. Some people came out, and London is not a very nice place for somebody like me. It's just not. So it was too busy, too like, nah, come on. So I managed to see 3 people, and I can tell you, it was one of the best meetings, right? I can bet I would never have done more. It's not easy, but
that's why I don't want to show my face, because I know the time might not permit. So anyway, however,
we're dragging ourselves everywhere. I brought my car, yeah. I took my car to London. So what I did there, let me tell you something. What I did there, when I got to London, I had about 2-3 people wanted to see me. So about 4. I managed to get 2 together in a place. So I just told them, I said, I'm going to also go and see somebody again. You know what? For us to talk, you will sit in the car. We'll be doing our meeting on the way. If we are going to drive for 40 minutes, 50 minutes, we can do a lot of talking in the car rather than waiting to go and see somewhere. So I managed to kill time with that. So I would have dragged out. I would have said, if you brought your car, I would have told you to park.
I don't even have that time. To be honest, I don't have that kind of time. That's why I don't go that much.
So anyway,
I don't even have that time. Yeah. However, you welcome. We welcome. How is our woman? But I hope you will not smack my mouth for that, though.
Say what?
I hope you will not smack my mouth for that, too. That's what I'm giving you from.
We are freeborn. We are freeborn, and we have that free will. But come on, one of that will never have to put your head on the spike for. No worry, it's not that hard.
Yeah, that's it. Then you do it, brother. You know me. I'm a diverted man. I like to put people on thinking.
Okay.
There's something that came to my mind, brother.
Tell us.
Yeah. Can you imagine 2023?
Yep.
The vote and the election was not agreed with by, and they canceled the election, and they have to put a short devil in there.
I mean, tonight, usually, right? Tonight, I wasn't like painting the picture of their election impossibility. So I would have added that, which is true. We can tell. Look at everywhere. They are still even doubting if there's going to be.
Do you know why I'm saying this? Tell us. If the election they might do the election, and after that they cancel it. Then who will be next? Because already Buhari is tired. By the look of Baba Yabo, you will know that he will do all possible not to let Kalu to enter that place.
Well, and do you think he can stop him? Because he will do the same thing for Atifku too. For Atifku never to get there as well. Because he's publicly displayed that.
And Kalu might not agree with this thing. Now, if my own scare now is for them to go and put short devil there. I don't worry about that.
As Fidi,
Oh my goodness.
JJ, if I get you right, what's your mind? Hang on. What I understand, what your mind is telling you is that, among other things, right? If eventually they hold the election and it's going the way they didn't want it to, like, for example, going Obi's way, that is it's easier for the likes of a PDP APC to agree that for sake of national unity, may them put it in an interim. But not be waiting. See, anything we then do towards that election, right? When the castle finally bust, now hear me day to welcome those who are going to come back.
Honestly, because you know why I'm telling you this hint now is I'm trying to study Baba Yabo. study all these retired general who feels that they own Nigeria. Now, with the way things are going between Kolu and Baba Yabo, between Atiku and Baba Yabo, between Peter Obi, Baba Yabo is the chief backer of Peter Obi. Is the one that made call for him to come to Downing Street.
No,
so,
it's the one that is breaking all the barrier for him in the political elite, the northern political elite circle. That's breaking into all that. It seems to have succeeded, though. 3 months or so ago, or 2 months ago, it wasn't like this anyway. But JJ.
Yeah, so I can't imagine that. Because I know what they don't expect might happen on this election, because things are going well. Then let me take it quick. There's another thing I mentioned one time ago.
Yep.
It's like it's a missing word. Nobody pay attention. And this time around, I'm thinking again, what is the role of Asari Dokubo?
He's with Tinubu now. So didn't you know?
Raising in Malaysia.
Did you not know that?
Do you remember? Yes, wait. Okay. Do you remember sometimes ago during the ESAs that I called you that the guy who destroyed all the police stations in Yoruba land was from, his father was from Ilaje, Ijo. His mother was Ilaje.
Wait.
JJ, this guy.
JJ, wait. There is no destruction of police station in Yoruba land that I know of.
That time. No. Wait. During the ESA, after the ESA, all those police stations they were burning, including boom, that they are destroying. Trying to because if you know in Lagos, the first part with Idimu, is it Idimu code?
Yeah, during NSAS, again, if my memory is right, yeah, the attack on police
stations
were done.
Yeah, and before they started looting all this, their palliatives.
Hang on, they did one. I think they did one at Aurelia or thereabout. Yeah, and it was after somebody was shot and killed. In reaction, people trooped out, and then that's it. So I
no, brother, you missed something. Like you missed something there.
What I'm trying to avoid is hang on, JJ. What I'm trying to get is this: that some people have been identified to intentionally or whatever do that burning of police station or something like that in Yoruba.
Yeah.
That's what I want to get.
Yes. Wait. Nobody identified them. They never arrest that boy.
You are saying something about
this guy.
Yeah, the boy.
I'm giving you the authentic. I want to bring the connection of that boy and Asari Dokubo. Okay. I've said it twice, but it's like people keep missing that piece of information.
Okay, tell us about the boy.
And this thing has something to do with Igbo, all these unknown gunmen in Igbo lands. This is why I'm trying to picture everything, to put this together for you. Now, this guy, do you know how I know this guy? I can describe him for you. He usually wear red beret and dress red. He's a very slim guy. Tall about 180 centimeter. Okay. It's about 60 feet. To tell you, and he's one of the famous hooligans in Ada.
Okay.
This was the guy who, do you know how I know? All the boys that he was moving about, destroying palliative offices, police station. Some of them were caught, and people discovered that they were out from Ijo. Because they destroyed some police stations they burned police station in a Fasco headquarters in Akure, and they want to go and destroy another one in Okiaro. People revolt them. Now, my connection is if that guy is in Idoma.
You are confusing me. Sorry. Okay.
No, I'm not confusing.
You said you like to put people on suspense. Hang on. You like to put people on suspense. That's where you started from. Okay. Now it seems that this is now leaving me from suspense to confusion now, and I don't like being confused. That's why I will ask few questions.
Okay.
So
let's take it one by one.
Wait now, JJ. I want to pick everything you've said, pieces them together to make sure I'm actually still following. All right?
Yeah.
I reported on NSAS. I reported everything that happened during NSAS, including the moment they started sponsoring thugs. Okay? So when you bring in Aja police station, Akure, you are modeling things up for me right there, because you are talking about one.
No. The reason why I bring
wait, JJ, wait. I don't want to confuse our listeners. Okay, wait. You described somebody, and in that your description, with what you have said so far,
the person is one of them in Aja. This is in Aja.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on. So this person is in Aja. Always wears red. During the NSAS protest, when people...
He was the leader who led the boys that were destroying everything.
Okay. He was a leader who led all the boys that were destroying, including the...
Destroying everything in Yoruba that time. Yes.
JJ, at this point, I don't know where this story is going to lead. I disagree with everything you've said. Seriously.
No, wait.
You know what you're
doing?
Hang on now, JJ. Hang on. You will say it. I don't want you to add other things that will add more confusion now. Okay?
Okay.
When NSAS protest started, there was nobody leading anybody to destroy anything. Nobody. Nobody anywhere. Other than...
that you know.
Hang on now, JJ. Hang on. Okay. Let me just say, I want to say this because I might be helping you to put you back on that track, okay? When NSAS started, right? The first 14 days, okay? We didn't know about palliative. We didn't know about anything, right? Then they brought in thugs. They were Yoruba thugs. Don't mix it. Don't mix it. Hang on. There's no leader. They went to Agege. I forgot this guy's name. His picture is everywhere. They took them to...
With the guy with the cutlass. The guy with the cutlass.
He's a Yoruba man. The one they sent to Lekki Toll Gate, they were Yorubas. Because before then, what first happened was that, I can't remember this police station next to Lekki Toll Gate. A day before that attack, a night before that attack, they already recruited those they were going to take there to kill people. Then, in the midst of that chaos, the news started filtering in. This was not from NSAS, so the news started filtering in that they discovered food. Hang on now. They discovered food in storage. That's palliative, COVID palliative. That became the news that came as part of the NSAS. It has nothing to do with it. In fact, when people started attacking stores, which is not palliative storage, all of this were happening randomly to the point that they said some people were possibly given information of where they are keeping food. There were no leaders. Of identifying some people. Hang on, let me finish. I'll let you talk. I'll give you time. I have a lot of people listening to me. Okay? I don't want to model things up. And I would love it if you don't do the same. This NSAS stuff, I did endless report on it. I know everything that happened. Every goddamn thing. I don't want you to say, we are talking about this going about to destroy things. That is a wrong thing. Nobody was going about to destroy things other than the moment they bring chaos into it. And it was Lagos State government, APC, that brought in violence into it. When they went to go and burn, when they went to go and burn when they went to go and burn all of the BRT buses, we have the faces, we have the names of those who did that. I don't want you to do that on this program, please. Don't bring a narrative that says you're.
Wait. Now let me ask you one question. Yes. Wait.
Okay, ask me.
I said this and I described. I didn't mention him. I know the person by name.
It's called baiting.
Yes.
I'll tell you why I reacted that way. Then you ask me that question, okay? I have heard people.
I know.
They said the destruction of Lagos was done by the Igbos. Okay? Now,
no, not Igbos.
I said
the guy is not Igbo.
Oh, I said people have said that many times. They said Lagos State, the Igbos came to destroy Lagos State during NSAS. I have seen people repeated that many times, and they are beginning to believe it.
No.
So if you tell me somebody was leading people destroying something in Lagos, Ondo, please, JJ. Now ask me.
No, ask me. Ask me, how do I know? How do I get the information?
No, it didn't happen. So I don't need to ask you, how did you know? It didn't happen.
No. Okay.
Nobody led anywhere.
Wait. Okay, wait.
Yoruba or anything, or led anywhere to destroy anything.
Maiyegun.
Yeah.
Wait. I understand. But I will tell you, my connection is my picture is this.
Okay, tell me.
You know, when they want to try and destroy, you come and do prison break in Akure. There was some of them that were caught. Did you know about that? You don't know. This is where we know that they come from Ijo. Now, from Delta, Ijo Delta.
You're talking about Ondo now, Abi? During NSAS, yeah?
Yeah, your prison break in Ondo.
Okay.
The group who came there, there were about 200 of them. They couldn't succeed. Now, when they went to Okearo in Akure, they didn't succeed because the people in that street refused to allow them in. Do you know that they also go to some places in Osun? The people there support the police and they refuse them during that time at the same time. But now, let me now tell you the reason why I describe this guy. I know it's hard to believe. I don't want to condemn somebody, but I'm trying to picture some intelligence for you. I mentioned this message I'm telling you today. I've told about 4 or 5 people. It's hard for them to believe. When they went to the last police station at Aja, along a road to go and destroy, this guy, the leader who lead them, came out on his own that day. And anybody who knows here what I'm saying, that were there that day, they can testify. If they are bold enough, Maiyegun, I cannot lie on anybody. I have the information. But the reason what I'm trying to pick now, I said, what is the job of Asari Dokubo? Why is he carry gun up and down, recruiting Malaysia, carrying the gun? How many of all these our tribe, apart from Fulani? Then it means something is wrong. What is the link between all this carrying gun? That's where I'm going to.
Okay.
I don't want to destroy anybody's name, but I'm trying to, for some people who can reason beyond me, to understood there's something going on here, and every piece of information is very, very vital to this situation. You might have your part, but the part that I'm telling you, you should know that I have a genuine evidence. And I'm also describing, telling you this, to tell you that I know it. So you might not have it, I agree. And the one I have, anyway, let's leave it that way. So let me give for that.
I get your message in a way, but there's so much link up to it that I disagree with. But I finally get what you are trying to get at then, eventually. But like you said, every information matters, right? And then
it matters. So we should keep our eyes open.
Yeah. Keep you informed enough to be able to.
So let's give others. Let's give others the time. So anyway,
brother, I appreciate your time. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so that's JJ there. Sometimes I did all that just to make sure that we are not comfortably, misinforming ourselves. Okay, so at this point, I will speak to Osita, I bet. Is that you?
No, you're not speaking to Peter. This is Osita.
I said I am going to now speak to Osita. That's why I said, is that you?
Yes, you know me as one of your brethren.
Yes.
You know. Are you being the holy father of the temple?
And I've got
you
my
lead the way
as well, who are also keeping the temple holy all the time.
Yeah, you lead the way. First of all, I want to say a very big thank you to you, at least to give us the platform to exercise our civil duty, speak our mind. Anyway, as regards to what the last caller, what he was trying to say, I will advise people and I will appreciate, which I know every one of us will appreciate. When you want to come here to make an expose on some certain things, it's not wise that you come here and say you don't want to mention name. Why won't you mention name? We are not doing this thing based on assumption or trying to create a story, but we want to narrate
to create a story.
things.
We are not.
Yeah, but we are trying to narrate things from the physical point of view to open everybody's mind. And when you come to politics and the things of the spirit, they are not the same.
No.
Politics is a more physical thing.
Mostly.
If you do not say it, don't say it.
No. Like if you do not see it, it never happened. Because
it never happened.
Those that people see, they even deny.
Yeah, they even deny.
It's all physical.
So when we come, and when we come here and say we have some certain information, but we do not want to mention names, believe me, it becomes tales by moonlight, folk tales. That is what it is. When people will say story as if the monkey speaks, as if the lion they speak, you know, so it's making no sense here, you know. So everybody knows.
People who believe that everything they hear on Maiyegun is very political, they want to go out there and verify it, and most times they verify it, and they come back to say, "Wow, I heard it on the program for the first time. I heard that from you from the first time. I didn't know. I had to go and read about it."
Something that people don't understand here.
It's important to consider those who are watching too. Yeah.
Number. This Maiyegun's number that is here.
Yes.
A lot of people say information. People have that information.
That's right.
By WhatsApp. All he will need to do, he will verify those things before he carries it out and come and see it on the platform here.
Exactly.
So if it is not something that you can verify, please do not put it up here. The church that I attend, one thing I love the pastor, one time he said, if it is not in the Bible, he's not going to do it. So if it is not real, if it is not physical, please don't bring it up here. Because it will make us to have clash of ideas.
Yes, clash of ideas, clash of another, yeah.
When you started this issue, you said, that the unknown government in Igbo land. What has Igbo land got to do with the unknown government? What is the relationship? Somebody else will pick up this information and say, it is the Igbos now that came to Lagos.
And it's so easy to fly. That's why I said that I don't want us to thread that. Even if our intention was not to mislead, sometimes if we are not so clear about or how to put all our position together, sometimes we can hold back on it until we are so sure and clear of how to present them, so that you don't let people misconstrue your supposed good intention, right, for something else, because people will easily see through. They say no. So we should be careful.
When they were shouting Yoruba Road, it was one Yoruba accent. God bless that lady. I can't remember her name. The lady came on social media and shouted, "What is Ronu got to do about this?" Because you will.
Let me get closer to that microphone. Somehow your voice is becoming faintly.
Yeah, I said, thank God for one Yoruba actress. When they were shouting Yoruba Ronu, she was the one that came on social media, shouted, "What is Yoruba Ronu indeed? What has Igbo people got to do with the destruction of property?" So we have to be very careful that when we come in on this program, this program has been so important that it has been part of us right now. So if you come in here, if you cannot bring in the truth, don't even bring facts. Bring in truth. If you don't bring in truth, don't say nothing. There's sometimes, there are sometimes I sit down here, I watch, I listen to people air their opinion. I don't have to call in. Like today, I never wanted to call in, but because of this particular caller, that was the reason I called in. And aside him, the
words are powerful. I keep telling our people that see, the reason why people seem to be comfortable around Maiyegun is because I actually choose my words carefully. Even though I tend to, I look like I speak freely. or like a carefreely, right? I choose my words very carefully, because if I say, I want to talk about some criminals who did something, and I begin to associate them with a tribe and all that, that is going to be ingenious. I mean, come on, man. So we should all be mindful.
What everybody needs to understand, that what the Igbo man is suffering, the Hausa man is suffering the same thing, the Yoruba man is suffering the same thing, everybody is suffering the same thing. We have common goals, but people, but if we come here and divide it, this is exactly what they want, so that people will speak from different sides of their mouth.
We have sustained ourselves this long. It's difficult.
For the previous caller before the last caller, the only thing I want him to understand, if you come and talk, and at the end of the day you say Baba Tinubu, continue with Baba Tinubu there.
No, I tell people, I said, listen, everybody should have a choice, especially those who want to participate in their elections, okay? You can't say you want you want this, and another person shouldn't want that. But the only thing everybody should remember is this: whatever you stand for, anything we then throw at you is based on what you stand for. If you are standing with Tinubu, and they begin to throw this card of his health, his education, his corruption, his other things, you have to take it, because you choose that side. If you choose Atiku and they begin to throw that, you have to take it. Same thing with you, obedient.
You have to take it.
So don't go around and begin to feel like, oh, they are... No, come on, man. Everybody has to take it.
Yeah. You see that video you were talking about? That is the mommy bishop. She's the one.
Did you see her very well? I actually, on my phone, I widened it like that. I was like, oh my gosh, she actually looked like that, so much like her.
She's the one. That's the mommy bishop. Now, it brings me to the fact that it is Kabaka, or what they call him, the one they destroyed his house. The one this guy destroyed his house. The governor of Edo State destroyed his house. He is the one doing. You know that this guy started coming out immediately. Tinubu employed what's his name? The former labor man, the former governor of Edo State. Where when he got a shovel on the trail, that is when this guy started coming out. So we all know their charade. But one thing I tell them, I want to stand on it. It is 10% chance that there's going to be election in Nigeria. Let anybody take it anywhere. 10%.
Yes. And the
by that time, by December, we will find out.
At least.
Thank you very much.
God bless your sister. And then nobody should go and die in their wars, okay? If you take anything of yours to heart, trust me, you will be the loser. And so if you value your heart, if you value your mental health, hold it as fragile as it is, hold it so dearly so that you don't get played. Many of you are going to be played in this year 2023. I will not be part of them. And I bet your sister won't as well. See you later, Baba.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you, sir. So I'll take this. Hello there. Hello. I think I've connected you. Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening.
Oh, good evening, sir. How are you? Sake, is that you?
Oh, exactly. Thank you for this program.
Now because you are now a regular, so it's not hard.
Okay. Oh, fine. Thank you. I say, how dare these people? They go change the song where everybody they listen without paying copyright.
They manage, they enjoy. It their turn, they remix That's not fair.
They go do a remix.
Now we are not trying to juggle the lyrics now. Baba will do well. So Baba will know well. So
we know well. Anyway, what I want to add is that my own projection of an evaluation of this situation about how things is going, I can liken it to it's like a vehicle that engine oil inside the vehicle has run down. Very soon, in fact, when the engine oil is gone, the engine is going to knock.
And when it knocks, then it starts working.
When it knocks, it stopped working. That's the end of it. And that is what is going on with Nigeria. Because what is lubricating not even Nigeria, any society. Things like good health, education, security, economy has been dried up in Nigeria. So there is nothing that is lubricating the society again.
No.
Definitely is going to cause a chaos. So my projection is that revolution is definite. It's going to come. People,
God bless you.
Exactly. Yes, people eyes have opened up. People are wiser than before. And another thing is that everything has its own boiling point. Nigeria's own boiling point has come to its own boiling point now. So revolution is coming. So everybody can just be, it's at the door. What they're just waiting for is just a little clash. You know, it's like somebody
like
that is body.
A spark of a plug in already in an already doused room with inflammable gas or whatever. So a single spark will just create an explosion.
A small spark like this.
And people will say, that is what small spark can cause this huge explosion. But people will say it's long overdue. Won't they?
It's long overdue. That's the way I can project or evaluate the situation of that Niger presently. That's the way I can evaluate. All these one, they are just going up and down. They are not looking at one side. The people they want to rule, they are just shouting party A, PC, PDP, but they are not concerned about people.
They are not.
They have forgotten that they have dried them up in all aspects of life. They have been dried up. And when it's somebody that has been dried up, when he faces you back, he's going to face you back in a big way. And that is what I can foresee. So they are just deceiving themselves. Revolution is coming.
I actually told people, I said, you can call it a political revolution. You can call it a youthful revolution. You can call it the revolution of the oppressed, suppressed, and suffocated.
Oppressed, yes.
Yeah, who are now frustrated, and they have to vent it. I mean, it's a pyro, it's a bottled up frustration. And the moment the cork
bottled up frustration,
you can't imagine what's going to be. And that's exactly what is the future.
Yeah.
So, I agree with you, sir. I do.
Yes, we can see what happened in Sri Lanka. Everything was the country. They have borrowed money from.
It was also a build-up.
Yes,
corruption.
They have borrowed up money from China. China is taking over their electricity, their land, their mineral resources, and everything. That is what happened in Sri Lanka. Corruption and all these things, and then the people they sparked and they took over the government. And Nigeria has reached its own boiling point. Definitely it's going to happen.
Whether they like it or not. And that, one thing I always add, Sake, what I always add again is that, it is not your fault. It is not my fault. In fact, they should be grateful to people like us who have dedicated our time to warn them ahead and even give them choice that you could have it better. But if you continue holding on to this, you continue getting the same treatment, disappointment, and, don't blame anybody. So they should be grateful to people like us.
Exactly.
I keep saying.
Exactly.
Because it's not going to end well, is it?
Wow. Well, thank you, Mr. Maiyegun.
Sake.
I just want to, I just say I should speak tonight.
And thank you for stopping by. I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you and stay safe, sir.
All right.
I'll take my last call and I'll call it a night. Right? So, here we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, ma. Glory, how are you?
Not bad.
It's good to hear from you, ma. So, you are my last caller.
In response to
make it count, ma. Go on.
Okay. In response to the caller before the last caller.
Before Sir caller,
if you
look
at
last caller, the one before was Rosita.
Yes, JJ.
Oh, JJ was before Rosita. Please, go on, ma.
Yes, the game they are playing is what we call divide and rule. And that is why they are trying to play this ethnic game. Oh, you see those evil guys during the answer. That's the new thing, the new news because you can see that they know they cannot sell this call. They can't sell it.
Yeah.
All the scams they've been scamming us for years, telling us because they normally create that two-party system, and then they put devil against devil.
It's like two capsules of poison. The one is blue and red.
And they will tell
the other one is green and red.
One now.
You have to choose one.
Because they will tell you, wait, over. But now,
they have people they really expect who are pressing their neck. And I like to see them. I love seeing it. Go on.
Yeah. They can see that the whole thing has, it's like it has got hands and legs. They have the so-called Obi, whatever they call them. They have those who want to leave Nigeria completely, like we, the Yoruba nation.
Yes.
And before, it's like, we can just talk with those Yoruba nation agitators and try to silence them. They realize that they cannot kill them.
Couldn't.
The noise of the youth are now getting louder. And they are at the point where they are so frustrated, building up different type of lies. Tell me the lies they've never built.
They've never told. See, because everything seems to be happening so fast as well, in a very fast pace, that they probably will make a lot of mistakes too, because Yorubas want to go, the Biafrans are asking to leave, and then from nowhere, the obedient are saying they want to, to unseat all of them, PDP, APC. Now that's a big threat, and that's a national threat, and they're going to respond in the next couple of days when their campaign starts. So, please.
And the more they try to cover the evil that they have done in the past, they keep making more mistakes. The more they try, the more mistakes, and the more they get exposed. And I cannot see why some of them cannot see beyond their nose. They are talking 2023. They are shouting 2023. And at the same time, you can hear the undertone, the words from people like El Rufaya. He said, like it is most unlikely. Take that quote.
Yes.
Maybe, maybe not. And it's not just only him. That I say, 2023, there might not be election, because they know that everybody don't tire.
And with all
everybody don't tire. And at the same time, they are trying to create a state of emergency. So that with the state of emergency,
use.
Thank you. You see, they think they are smart. Some people can see and then tell, but these people, man.
You know, the reason why what many don't know is that when you know all of this, right, and then you realize that it will take you so much to try to prevent all of what you know from happening, then you ask yourself, for what would I want to subject myself into such trauma, trying to stop these criminals for one Nigeria? At what cost?
Thank you.
So we decided to take a step back and say, well, I would rather dissipate my energy, right? Mobilizing, galvanizing support for an independent Yoruba nation, even if you are going to laugh at me.
Thank you. Because, to be honest, this so-called 2023, we can see yesterday, I know a bit one terrorist who dressed as a woman with hijab. All the things to an in bag was items something she bomb.
And now IEDs.
So people need to start saying things. Something is definitely cooking. Something is fishing. Our soldiers are now coming out to give us more story of what transpired some years ago. People are now talking. And some people still believe 2023 there's still going to be election. And to make the matter worse, they are still asking us, Yoruba, Omale Yoruba, the same thing you did to Awolowo. Esi, Awolowo, ojú gbogbo àwa èèyàn báyìí, ojú wo tí làgbà yẹn.
Sọ báyìí ma. Next time about is sober for you. When next they said that as a Yoruba, that's what they no. Yorubas stood by Awolowo because Awolowo stood by the Yorubas. But when Awolowo decided to go and say he wants to resolve Nigeria problem, Yoruba can't make you president of Nigeria. Yorubas are not supposed to be interested in who become anything in Nigeria because Awolowo that brought us into independence actually gave us independence before Nigeria. The autonomy we enjoyed allowed us to
He gave us the Western region.
Without them, without the rest of Nigeria. So if Yorubas choose never to make Awolowo president of Nigeria, you cannot blame it on the Yorubas because Yorubas have stood by Awolowo. He never asked them to do anything that they failed him.
And on top of that,
go on, man.
Tinubu, we all know where Tinubu
the one that destroyed every legacy, the one that destroyed every value, the one that turned our children to Agbero, and all this. Now they are comparing with Awolowo. Who now said the Awolowo that gave us so much?
It's the one that is sitting on our throat. It's the one that is kneeling on the Yoruba throat.
It's just
and people will now be telling us we should vote for him. Vote for who? Vote for who?
Vote for Kolu so that
someone that when Yoruba needed him, where was he?
God bless you, man.
Where was Tinubu when we needed him? And what has he done for us as a Yoruba?
They said he made a lot of people.
He should just name one.
He made people,
apart from killing our people.
Yeah, he made people who ripped us off. Like this guy would say, what's that? Portable. They have been ripping us. And they were becoming richer. The people were becoming poorer. As it is evidence out there today.
And
right?
Can you imagine?
And you're telling us that he made this one, he made that one. What happened to them making your own future without you having to leave the current future they made for you?
That 80-something-year-old man, depriving the youth of their future.
Yep.
And this so-called useless youth, to talk about 2000, they are the one going on social media asking, oh, you should vote for him. He's a Yoruba. He will do it. He's just... Come on.
Or you want to back gates.
Even
Tifnumbu from the Alale, the Omoko Yorubas, they will never associate with a character like him if he has no access to such wealth and then the influence that is money to Ghana in Lagos, man. No real Yoruba or more cause will ever associate with such person or such character. Well, guess what? They have destroyed all those.
The man is nothing but a crook.
Yeah, they've destroyed
the man values. Is nothing but a crook.
They will tell you your value. Share your value, they turn to money. Your value will turn to money. Baba, leave value, Jare. That's the society they created for us today. Thank you, man. So go on, man.
Couple of months. It's only few months now. How many months? Look to
3 months. 3 months. Meanwhile, you know what will happen the next 3 months? Yeah, they may even bring forward what we are expecting to happen in February. They may bring it forward before then. It's so deadly. What we are planning is not good. I mean, you heard about Osu Abiola? Well, you should know about Osu Abiola. That was the moment when the tribal campaign during MKO Abiola was rife. It was terrible, right? To the point that some people were so scared.
They started the tribal campaign.
So some people were so scared. The Igbos were so scared. Many, they had to move back to the east. They are about to plan. I mean, they are about to go through that route again now. And I'm a Yoruba man. I feel sad that I've got some of my peers who are going to help Tinubu champion the tribal bigotry in the name of Yoruba, all for one Nigeria. I feel sad.
And you think they shouldn't do it in the name of Yoruba? That is a typical scam. They cannot do it in the name of Yorubas because Yorubas are not for that.
They're already doing it, man. They're already doing it. That's
whatever evil they want to do.
If you don't agree, they call you Omoali. They're already doing it. But it's just going to get
worse
now. They're already doing it.
I want to go Mali. I want to go Lota Yoruba. I want to go Ota Yoruba.
Wọ́n ní tílé kan bá ń tòrò mà.
Ọmọ ẹ̀dẹ̀ ni ò tí dàgbà.
Wọ́n ti dàgbà ń sìn yín o.
Ẹni kí ṣọ̀gbọ̀ṣọ̀gbọ̀ délé ẹni kò lọ mú ìwé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀ wá pé ọmọ Yorùbá lòun.
tó ìrágbèjì ló máa ń ti wá o ìyẹn lè dájà lé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ àwọn ará Èkó àwa realize pé aṣóòtọ́ tiẹ̀ ni so it's better kó sọ pé he no go school he studied at home. Okay, because he was such a genius that he studied primary school, secondary school at home, and he went to the University of Chicago in America, and he became I don't know, Bobo.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Anyway,
thank you, my brother.
Olori, it's good to hear from you again, Mike. Okay? So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll probably talk to you some other time. So you have a good evening, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yeah, good night, man. Sure. So this way we're going to draw the curtains. We started late, that's why it took us this long, okay? However, I want to say thank you to every one of you. Yeah, this is me back. Maiyegun is back, and we'll likely have a lot to share together in the coming days and weeks. I want to say thank you to every one of you who turned up, and my super chatters, thank you. You guys have been so kind of generous, so thank you. There's a super thanks on YouTube. You can use it too, just like the super chat. It's cool. Where's money? I say you can use your money. Yeah, do that. So all voluntary. So thank you. And for everyone who probably just watched me for the first time, listen, this is what we do. Okay, sometimes it can be so hot. It can be so hot and the full house. A lot of people here. So you will love that gathering. It's so interesting. Intelligent and nice people, good people who care about you as human, not as who you are, where you come from, or as the whole society try to describe you. On Maiyegun's Diary Political, you'll find, you'll find comrades, comfort. You'll find like-minded people who have seen Nigeria enough, and you can't lie to them. You can't manipulate them. You can't brainwash them. They know what it is. And that's why it's so comfortable here. So if this is your first time, second, I bet you should subscribe and stay back. And I'll see you some other time. Right? Good night.
Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Maiyegun Diary Political. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Maiyegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Maiyegun ti dé.
bá rúfin o. Maiyegun mami. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Maiyegun mami. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá. Maiyegun mami. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Maiyegun mami. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Maiyegun mami. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra jù. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ṣọ́ra kì. Maiyegun ti dé.